Good morning everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to make an update video because I have not been sharing anything that's going on. Basically, the last video you guys have seen is me finding out that I'm pregnant, and basically so much has gone on and happened since then, like not only things with that situation, but in general, coronavirus, we got Animal Crossing, I've been working, I've been dealing with the actual situation, and there's just been a lot that has happened. So basically, I don't have any data in front of me to go off of on far as like dates and when things happened. Okay, so I'm pulling up the gallery on my phone because I did take pictures of my pregnancy tests and basically have the date of when I found out so I can kind of tell you guys based off of that. But the video that you guys saw was very late to get uploaded, and I'm obviously going to explain a little bit because there is a backstory to everything and why you guys are finding out like this. Basically, I found out that I was pregnant on January 10th, and then on January 11th I took another test just to confirm, because the first day that I got the positive, I had drank a ton of water that day at work, and I came home and decided to take a test. And I was kind of shocked that one even popped up because I had, my pee was so diluted, but got a positive, got a stronger positive the next day, so pregnant. So that day, on January 10th, when we found out, we told all of our close friends and family, because we were excited, we were trying to conceive. So basically I was about like 4 weeks and 2 days when I found out that I was pregnant. So within a week I called my new OBGYN office, because where I went before, I'm not going back, so I had to find a new person to go see, and I made an appointment, and they don't do the first appointment until you're 10 weeks. So when I made that appointment, I think I was about 5 weeks, and I had to wait 5 weeks to get in. And basically we didn't get good news on that appointment. I think it was February 20th that I had that appointment. Essentially, they did the ultrasound, and the words that they said to me, not gonna quote because I don't remember for sure, but they said the baby is measuring kind of small, or on the smaller side. They said something along those lines, and I'm thinking like, uh-oh, that's not good. I should have been 10 weeks by then. So they tell us that, there's a possibility that the pregnancy isn't a good one, or we had the timing wrong, and I wasn't where I thought I was, even though it wouldn't make any goddamn sense because my last period was in December, and then I got a positive then the following month. So there's no mix-up on the time that I could have possibly made. Like, it doesn't make any sense. And my periods are regular, which was the other thing that I got asked, is if I had irregular periods, and I said no, because I don't. I've been tracking them for multiple years on that app called Flow. There's just no way. I know when they're coming, and they're almost always spot on, and by a couple of days. So we found that out, and they wanted us to come back in a week to confirm their suspicions or possibly find a heartbeat, because by the following week I should have been 6 weeks according to, what the baby was the size of that week. So we go back, and there was no change at all. I didn't even really get to see, but it was still just a blob. And, they said, well, this isn't a viable pregnancy. And they gave me my 3 options, which were having a natural miscarriage, taking the pill to make you have a miscarriage, or get the D&C, which basically removes everything out of your uterus, so that way you can start over completely knowing that everything is gone. Basically, I picked the D&C because, well, by then I should have been like 11 weeks, that basically I had gone 6 to 7 weeks by the time I had the D&C, where I had no natural miscarriage, and at that point I wasn't sure if it would even happen. So I got the D&C, and go figure, literally the night before I had to go in for it, I started to bleed a little bit. So even though I started bleeding a little bit, we still went through with the D&C because it was the day before in the morning, and even though I started bleeding, it didn't necessarily mean that I would pass everything or that it would even happen that day, because it was very light colored. It wasn't dark like some people, when they have a miscarriage, literally they just, everything releases all at once and it's this big bloody clot. And that was not how mine was going. So we had the D&C. Basically everything went really well, really smooth. I can talk about my actual experience in another video, and post-op, basically what I dealt with after the procedure. And I'm not pregnant anymore, you guys, and I was really bummed for a while, and oh god. I thought it had been long enough where I could make a video without being emotional about it, even though that's impossible. Because the truth is that even though there were parts of me that were terrified to be pregnant again, even though we were trying to be, you know, we wanted to have a baby and we wanted to start a family, even though pregnancy freaks me out. I didn't have a good labor and delivery experience with Riley, but I didn't have a good experience with her, and I don't know why I'm doing this with my hands. I know it's gonna have to happen if we want to bring a baby into this world, but, you know, I was really excited about it. I was excited for my husband to be a father because the child that I do have is not with him, it's with somebody else, and I left him and I got married to somebody else, and we don't have a child together and he doesn't have any of his own. I just wanted to experience the feeling of, you know, the love of my life, my best friend, being a father, and experiencing all of the fun parts of it, even though I won't be having fun because my body is the one that has to go through it. I was just so excited to start this journey again, have a different experience with it being a different baby, a different father, baby daddy, whatever you want to call him. It was really hard the day that we found out, and even, you know, like the final day that we got bad news again. My husband took it worse than I did, I think. He just doesn't show it as much on the outside, but I could tell that he was really upset, and I mean, we did cry over it a few times, and it sucks. And I low-key get kind of like envious and sad when other people are announcing that they're pregnant or, you know, going through pregnancy right now, because it's like, I tried to do that. I tried to be there, and it just didn't work for me this time around. And I never had any issues with Riley, so we are going to try again. And the craziest part is that because of the fact that I had a D&C, and you bleed for a while after you have one, but it's nothing like a natural miscarriage. That would be a lot heavier. This was like normal, light to moderate bleeding that you would have from a period, so it wasn't that bad. I think my bleeding stopped when I was like 10 or 11 days past the D&C, and it went away. Now it's like everything's back to normal, except the fact that it can take 4 to 6 weeks to get my period again. And even though a lot of people so far have told me, oh wait, you know, give your body time to wait a little while to try again. Well, my doctor, the one who did the procedure, told me, like, you don't have to wait. You can try again immediately if you want to, you know? Because the baby was so small that it didn't really cause anything bad to my body, and there's nothing wrong scientifically with trying again that quickly, I guess, because a lot of people that say, oh, you should wait, that's from older times, and most likely older people are saying that, which is true in my case. And even though we were going to wait like 3 months for everything to start up again, she said there is a good possibility that, you know, if we're not being careful, there's a possibility I could get pregnant again before I even have a period, because technically you ovulate before you have a period, but I just don't know when that is unless I'm constantly testing with ovulation sticks. We shall see what happens, but Jared and I are not being careful by any means, so, like, I don't know, you guys could be seeing another pregnancy video sometime soon, but I don't know. But anyway, I think that's pretty much everything that I wanted to say. I sincerely thought that I was pregnant for at least 5 weeks, and I was sitting right here making pregnancy update videos that I obviously got super behind on because it took me like 6 weeks to get up the pregnancy video that I was pregnant in the first place. And because of that, getting pushed back, I obviously didn't put any pregnancy updates up. And by the time that I uploaded that video, we had already known that the pregnancy wasn't viable, and I just wanted to put that out there to show you guys that I thought I was pregnant at one point in my life recently. And I wanted to show you guys my actual real life reaction and feelings that I had towards being pregnant. And even though I didn't go through and upload all the updates, because honestly they were pointless. They were completely pointless, because when I made my 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 week pregnancy update videos, I was still only 5 weeks pregnant with a baby that wasn't growing. So it wouldn't have even made sense to upload those videos at all, and I did not. And that's why we're here, and I'm giving you guys the update of what happened, because there's a big gap between all of this. It's not going to look like a gap to you because that video was only posted 2 weeks ago, but when you look at the dates, like, it's March, it's in the middle of March, towards the end of March already, holy shit. And I found out I was pregnant in January, so like for 3 months this has been going on and you guys weren't aware of it, and it's completely my fault because I took forever to get the videos up. I'm not trying to follow in those same footsteps, but anyone who's watching this right now, pretty much anywhere in the world, you guys know that we're going through some crazy shit, and I don't know what's gonna come of it, but it's just getting started here in the US. Well, coronavirus is currently in the US. The number total in the United States right now is like 30-some thousand, and literally like 2 days ago it was 15. So it's going very quickly now. Life has been crazy over here and just about everywhere else, so that's part of the reason, you know, trying to work and deal with other life things as well as all the chaos that's going on right now in the world. Then I will make a separate video about my D&C experience and aftercare. I don't know, experience after a miscarriage. The whole thing, the whole experience. And with that being said, I am going to head out. Just stay tuned for more videos. I plan to make my Nintendo Switch unboxing video. It's probably going to be terrible, but it's in here, you guys. So if you guys want to see that, you can stay tuned, subscribe, like this, I don't know, however you want to follow up with me. In all other news, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.